Hey guys, what is going on? MadSpace here, and I'm here with another character analysis for the 1.1.0 patch for Smash 4. And in this episode, we're going to be covering Zelda. So let's just get right into it. Now, Zelda's first change was the down tilt damage. It was increased from 4% to 5.5%. That just means more damage, obviously, and more knockback. And she has a few things that you can do after the down tilt. If you don't DI it, you can do down tilt into fair or neutral air, things like that. If you don't DI it well, if you DI away, it becomes a little bit more difficult for Zelda to follow up on it. So with more knockback, it might be even more difficult if they DI away. With no DI at all, you can get a pretty decent follow up. Neutral air, maybe a sweet spot fair is a possibility. So you know, it's good that the damage was increased. There's just not many things you can do after it, but it does pop them up into the air. So even at higher percents, you'll have the advantage of them being in the air, and you can try and read an air dodge or something and hit them on an up air, which Zelda's up air is actually pretty strong. So you can use that as a kill setup if you read an air dodge or something. So it's not a huge change, but you know, whenever an attack gets more knockback and more damage, most of the time it's a good thing. Now for Zelda's jab, they actually buffed this too in terms of damage. So a 0.5% on both the first and second hits, and a whole percent on the last hit, which now does a total of 8% instead of 6%. So more knockback, more damage, so that's actually pretty good too. They increased the knockback of the final hit from 24 to 35, and the knockback growth they decreased from 150 to 130, so it doesn't do as much knockback at higher percents, but you know, it's still with more damage, you know, it's still a buff nonetheless. Zelda's jab is not that good in my opinion, so not really something you should be using all too often, but it does come out really fast and there's like no lag on it. So if you think someone can try and punish you for something, you can do like 2 or 3 jabs and they think they might be able to punish you, and they can't because the jab comes out so fast. There's no lag. You can do another one and punish their approach instead. Other than that, I don't really see a use for Zelda's jab. I just think it's not that good in my opinion. So I think it's actually good that they buffed it, you know, give it more damage since it wasn't even that good of a move in the first place. For up tilt, they reduced the M frame from 32 to 29. This is actually a really good buff because Zelda's up tilt was already pretty good in my opinion before this, but now that it has less end frame lag, you can actually string up tilts easier on heavies and fast fallers, and you can actually combo that into neutral air or up air at even higher percents and things like that. Her up tilt is actually a really good tool, and they made it a little bit better, and that's pretty good. For Phantom Slash, which is her down special, they reduced the end frame by 5, and the win box on Slash was altered to reduce blind spots. This down special, I really think they should have given Zelda a different down special. I really don't see the need for this move. I don't like this move at all. You know, when I use Zelda for fun, I don't actually see Zelda players like Nairo, for example, using this move much at all, because I just don't think they think it's that good of a move. It's good that they reduced the end frame, because if you don't hit this move, you can get punished for it, and it's easily blockable and dodgeable because you could just see it coming because you charge it up. It's not that good of a move, but they buffed it in terms of end frame, and if you miss it, you can probably get away now with a spot dodge or a shield or something. So yeah, a little bit of a buff, but still not much use for the move in my opinion. Now in terms of tier list and where she falls, I don't think Zelda is as bad as what the early tier lists say. I definitely think she's not the worst character in the game. She has tools. She has a really good neutral B, which reflects projectiles and is a nice get off me kind of move because you can use it, and because it has a hitbox and it, you know, has pretty decent knockback, so you can stuff approaches. She has really good distance on her recovery, even though it may be hard to sweet spot. It's still a pretty good recovery because it goes pretty far, and it also has a hitbox, and it is actually a really good kill move if you can hit it on stage and just put it straight up, because it combos right into each other and it actually kills pretty early. So it's a decent move. It's not a great move because it's easily punishable if you miss, but if you hit it, it can actually kill really early. She has some throw combos. Her smash attacks are pretty good, and she has a decent amount of tools overall. I just think no one has really put Zelda to her potential yet, except for Nairo. Nairo has a pretty decent Zelda. He's really the only one that I see that uses Zelda, but I'm not trying to say that Zelda can be a high tier or something like that. She's still kind of slow, and a lot slower than even some mid-tier characters. Faster characters can get in on her really quickly for combos and things like that. So yeah, it could be hard for her to improve her ranks on the tier list so far, but I really do think she has potential to be a solid mid-tier character. But I don't really think she's that bad. At her best, I really think she can be a mid-tier. At the very worst, you know, just a high-low tier, just kind of like where Charizard is right now. You know, not that good, but not the worst in the game either, because of the buffs, really. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I put some gameplay of Nairo using Zelda because I absolutely suck with Zelda. So I just thought it would be better to have him show what Zelda can do than me try to do it and then fail completely. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.